Your cholesterol doesn't spike overnight. It builds up silently through the little things you do every day, the meals you skip, the stress you ignore, the walk you didn't take. Over time, those small choices add up, and they either protect your heart or push it toward danger. But here's the good news. Just a few simple habits, done daily, can lower LDL, raise HDL, and support your arteries long before medication becomes your only option. In this video, we're breaking down 5 daily habits that actually work, backed by real science and easy to stick with for life. Start your day with a high-fiber, high-protein breakfast. It's not just what you eat, it's when and how you eat it. And nothing sets the stage for balanced cholesterol like your first meal of the day. Most people either skip breakfast altogether or go for the quick fixes: cereal, toast, coffee with cream, maybe a granola bar. But these options are loaded with refined carbs, sugars, and not nearly enough of the nutrients your body needs to regulate cholesterol. The real key? Fiber and protein. Specifically, soluble fiber, the kind that binds to cholesterol in your gut and helps flush it out before it enters your bloodstream. Oats, flax seeds, chia seeds, and apples are all rich in this type of fiber. And it works fast. Studies show even 5 to 10 grams per day can drop LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10%. Pair that with protein, and you're setting up your metabolism for success. Protein slows digestion, balances blood sugar, and helps your body burn fat instead of storing it. That's especially important because excess body fat, especially visceral fat, is tightly linked with poor cholesterol ratios. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who started their day with a high-fiber, high-protein breakfast had better insulin sensitivity, lower triglycerides, and significantly lower LDL cholesterol, all without changing the rest of their diet. So what does a cholesterol-friendly breakfast actually look like? Think a bowl of steel-cut oats topped with walnuts and blueberries, or scrambled eggs with avocado and a side of sautéed spinach. Even a smoothie with flax seeds, plant protein, and frozen berries works if you're in a rush. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Start your day with the right foundation, and your cholesterol doesn't just stabilize, it starts heading in the right direction. Get 10 to 15 minutes of natural morning sunlight. Sunlight might seem like an odd place to start when talking about cholesterol, but here's the twist. Your body doesn't just make vitamin D from sunlight, it uses that vitamin D to help regulate cholesterol. When UVB rays hit your skin, your body begins producing vitamin D3, and this nutrient is a quiet workhorse when it comes to heart health. Research has shown that low vitamin D levels are linked with higher LDL, lower HDL, and elevated triglycerides. In some studies, vitamin D deficiency was found in up to 80% of people with heart disease. But why? One reason is that vitamin D plays a key role in the function of liver enzymes that process cholesterol. It also helps regulate PCSK9, a protein that controls how much LDL your liver pulls out of your blood. When vitamin D is low, PCSK9 activity goes up, and that means more LDL sticks around in your bloodstream instead of being cleared out. Getting sunlight first thing in the morning doesn't just support vitamin D, it also helps reset your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that controls your sleep-wake cycle and impacts hormone production. Hormones like insulin and cortisol directly influence how your body stores fat and produces cholesterol. When these hormones are off balance, your lipid profile suffers. The best part? You don't need to spend an hour outside. Just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight on your skin, especially your face and arms, within the first hour of waking can be enough to stimulate natural vitamin D production and regulate your body's metabolic signals for the day. And yes, it works even on cloudy days. Outdoor light is still more powerful than indoor light, and it matters more than most people think. If you live in a northern climate, or it's winter, consider a light therapy box, 10,000 lux, used in the morning while you eat or get ready. It won't produce vitamin D, but it still supports your circadian rhythm, which indirectly helps your cholesterol stay in check. Start your day with a little sun, and your heart will notice the difference, even before your lab work does. Take a midday walk after your largest meal. If there's one habit that flies under the radar but delivers major impact, it's this: walking after you eat, especially after your largest meal of the day. Why? Because after you eat, particularly a carb-heavy or fatty meal, your blood sugar and triglycerides rise. That's normal, but if they spike too high or stay elevated for too long, your liver responds by making more VLDL particles. These eventually turn into LDL cholesterol, the type most linked to plaque buildup. But a short walk? It changes everything. Just 10 to 20 minutes of walking after a meal helps your muscles absorb glucose directly from the bloodstream, reducing insulin spikes and minimizing the amount of fat your liver has to process and convert into cholesterol. That one bit of movement makes your entire cardiovascular system more efficient. A study published in Diabetes Care showed that walking for just 15 minutes after each meal significantly reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes compared to a single 45-minute walk once a day. And those same metabolic benefits apply to triglycerides and cholesterol too. It also enhances digestion. Walking encourages gastrointestinal movement, which reduces bloating, supports nutrient absorption, and helps keep you regular, all factors that support gut health and reduce systemic inflammation tied to cardiovascular risk. And here's the real kicker: it's incredibly doable. No gym, no gear. Just head outside after lunch or dinner and stroll. Even pacing around your house or office counts. The key is consistency. Doing it daily, because that's what adds up. Want to supercharge it? Make your walk brisk enough to raise your heart rate slightly. You'll activate more fat-burning enzymes and increase HDL production, the good cholesterol that sweeps excess LDL out of your arteries. Post-meal walks don't require motivation or a schedule change. Just a few extra minutes after eating, and your heart, your liver, and your cholesterol profile will all benefit more than you might expect. Drink green tea daily. Green tea isn't just a wellness trend. It's a powerful, evidence-backed tool that can help improve your cholesterol levels one cup at a time. At the center of its benefits are compounds called catechins, particularly epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG. These are plant-based antioxidants that do more than just fight free radicals. They actively reduce the absorption of cholesterol in your gut and increase the liver's ability to turn LDL into bile salts, helping your body flush it out instead of storing it. In fact, a meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who drank green tea regularly saw a significant drop in LDL cholesterol without any major changes to their diet. And in several studies, green tea also helped raise HDL, the good cholesterol that ferries excess LDL out of the bloodstream. But the perks go beyond lipids. Green tea improves endothelial function, meaning it helps your blood vessels relax and expand, which reduces blood pressure and inflammation, both key drivers of cardiovascular disease. Some studies even suggest green tea can reduce oxidative stress in arteries, protecting them from the kind of damage that leads to plaque buildup. And here's the best part: green tea is incredibly easy to add to your daily routine. Just 1 to 3 cups a day is enough to see results over time. Want to supercharge it? Drink it between meals instead of with food. This may enhance catechin absorption and minimize interference with iron uptake from meals. If you're sensitive to caffeine, opt for decaf. It still contains beneficial catechins, just in slightly lower amounts. Or try matcha, the powdered form of green tea that delivers a more concentrated dose of EGCG and antioxidants in every sip. Skip the sugar, though. Sweetened green tea drinks cancel out the benefits. If you want a little flavor, try adding lemon or mint. When one small daily habit can lower LDL, reduce blood pressure, and protect your arteries from long-term damage, it's not just tea, it's heart support in a cup. Eat a plant-heavy main meal with heart-healthy fats. If there's one thing almost every heart health study agrees on, it's this: plants and healthy fats are the winning combo. A main meal centered around fiber-rich vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and heart-healthy fats doesn't just support your cholesterol, it actively reshapes it. These foods are packed with soluble fiber, plant sterols, and antioxidants that help lower LDL cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and even promote higher HDL levels over time. Let's break that down. When you eat more plant-based meals, especially those rich in beans, lentils, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and cruciferous vegetables, you give your digestive system the exact kind of fiber that binds to cholesterol in your gut and carries it out. That's LDL out of your system before it ever gets a chance to build up. Now add healthy fats into the picture. Think extra virgin olive oil, avocado, tahini, or a handful of raw nuts, and you double the impact. These fats not only help raise HDL cholesterol, but they also make plant nutrients more absorbable. Vitamins A, D, E, and K, plus antioxidants like lutein and beta-carotene, are all fat-soluble, meaning they need a little healthy fat to be absorbed and put to work. In fact, research published in The Lancet in Circulation shows that people who consistently eat meals based on the Mediterranean or DASH-style diet, rich in vegetables and healthy fats, have lower LDL, better insulin sensitivity, and dramatically reduced cardiovascular risk, even without cutting total calories. This doesn't mean you need to go vegan. It means making your main meal mostly plants, with some smart fat, not butter, not cream sauces, but olive oil, avocado, or nuts. A chickpea and quinoa bowl with roasted veggies and tahini dressing. A lentil salad with arugula and avocado. A veggie stir-fry with olive oil and brown rice. Simple food. Real results. This is what cholesterol control looks like when it's sustainable. Not a diet, but a habit. One that supports your arteries, fuels your energy, and delivers the nutrients your heart thrives on.